Okay, go ahead and start it.
It started.
But I didn't hear a click.
There's no click this time. It's smoother. It's new
Are we going back to the whole click thing again?
No, it's new software. It doesn't click this time.
Okay. So can you just say click so it makes me happy?
Click.
Thank you. So this Taylor Hawkins interview, I took my iPhone and I videoed because I've been seeing lots of orbs, which is spirit energy. So when I did Taylor, that room was just Orb City, which is very cool. That's all spirit energy. I don't know who it is. It's just spirit energy. And that's what even Jim Morrison has described to me as just light.
Mm-hmm.
We're all light. We're all energy. And when they come to visit us here, that's what they look like. That's what we will look like when we come back to visit our families when we go to the other side.
When you showed me, I was blown away by them. Huge, very bright, with no sharp edges around it.
No, it's a perfect circle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're amazing.
I'm blown away by it.
I know. Huh. And people don't believe that we are energy and that we can come back in that form. So I say to you, believe what you want to believe, but we got the proof, baby.
Oh, yeah.
So let's talk to Taylor Hawkins.
Yes, let's do it.
It's amazing. He already is responding to us.
So quickly, yeah.
And I noticed that several of them have been coming very quickly. It's not taking them a long time to respond to our request for interviews. So
they're feeling your energy.
They feel it, baby.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Hello and welcome to Celebrity Soul Speak with Brian and Renee. Interviews with the other side. The mission of Celebrity Soul Speak is to serve as the conduit between this world and the souls who have returned to the place where we all go when we transition back to our original form. Many celebrities who have passed feel an obligation to assist us in this difficult journey, especially the ones who pass unexpectedly. They hope that mankind will listen to their advice. After all, they have the big picture now. We are speaking with Taylor Hawkins, drummer for the Foo Fighters, who passed unexpectedly at the age of 50 while on tour in South America. Our interviews are live and unedited, although we do speed up the souls portion of our conversation. The dead speak slowly.
We would like to recognize our listeners around the world: Denmark, Ecuador, Egypt, Ethiopia, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Guam, Guatemala, Guinea, Hungary, Iceland, India, Indonesia, Iraq, Ireland, and Israel. Oliver Taylor Hawkins was born on February 17, 1972, in Fort Worth, Texas. His family relocated to Laguna Beach, California, where he would begin his music career. Taylor was the touring drummer for Alanis Morissette on her Jagged Little Pill tour, as well as the drummer in a short-lived experimental band called Sylvia. There are no coincidences, and in 1997, the Foo Fighters lost their drummer. Dave Grohl contacted Alanis Morissette's touring drummer, Taylor Hawkins, to see if he could recommend anybody. Grohl was surprised when Hawkins volunteered himself, and he made his Foo Fighters debut in time for the album's release. For 25 years, Taylor played with the Foos as well as participating in other projects outside of the band. His death shocked the world, and he left behind his wife and 3 children to finish their journeys. Taylor says, "You're a big fan of the band." Taylor Hawkins? Taylor says, "Yes." "Well, I'm sure you know that I'm a huge fan of the band. Thank you for coming through." Taylor says, "You're welcome. I've been told that you're trying to help mankind through the messages we give. I would like to say some things." "Well, this is the place." Taylor says, "First, I did not kill myself. It was stupidity. I was chasing the dragon a little too hard, and I took too much. I can't believe I ended up this way when I spoke of others who have accidentally killed themselves. Thought I had it under control. So did they. Goes to show you that drugs are nothing to mess with. Good lesson again for humanity. Too bad we have to lose so many talented people this way." Taylor says, "One moment, one bad decision, it's over. That's true of everything now, isn't it?" Yes, you could relate that statement to everything in life. If I hadn't stepped off the curb when the bus was coming, if I hadn't taken that turn too fast. Decisions have consequences, yet we make so many without thought. Taylor says, "Good way to put it." So, was your passing part of your life plan, or was it something that happened through free will? Can you explain this to our audience? Taylor says, well, we all come with a plan that is agreed to. There are points that must happen, but most of your life is free will. You do what you want, live how you see fit. The smart ones like you seek advice and try to live inside the lines. I wasn't always enlightened. This is something I only discovered 5 years ago. We all have abilities within us. Some never welcome it. I did and changed my life direction to live more closely aligned with the universe. It's hard sometimes. We do have this human thought process that throws us monkey wrenches. Taylor says, I love it. Just one of my favorites. Hard to choose. I have so many. Everlong, Best of You, Learn to Fly, The Pretender, All My Life, My Hero, Times Like These, This Is a Call. Okay, I'll stop now. So, what was your passing like? Taylor says, nothing special, really. It was more confusing than anything. I was getting high, passed out, and died. I woke up here, didn't drift away from my body or see the light. I was in a field. There were flowers, a waterfall, and mountains. There were lights flashing everywhere like fireflies. And then I saw people I know who were dead. And I was confused, but soon realized that I had crossed over. How did you feel about that? I mean, leaving without closure. Taylor says, oh man, I was upset at first. Everyone there was freaking out. I could see things happening in my mind, like a TV screen in my mind. I guess it's called my consciousness now that I don't have a body or brain. It's something that takes getting used to, yet it feels familiar. I know that sounds strange, but the things that people are being told about this existence are true. We are energy, and we can form that energy into anything we please. Explain that. Taylor says, I can give myself an appearance, not a body that is dense, but an appearance. And I can make my surroundings any way I want. Today the beach, tomorrow the mountains. So by thinking about things, you can manifest them. Taylor says, yes, you do too. They call it the law of attraction. What you put your attention to is what the universe will give, good or bad. That's why people are told to be positive and focus on positive things. You get what you ask for. So, how do we stop bringing pain into our lives? Taylor says, first, stop not believing, naysaying. It's real. You have to believe in the process. Then you have to gain control over the rambling of your human brain. Meditation is the best way, really the only way to accomplish this. It's through drugs that we try to still the mind. That's what happens, you know. When we accidentally overdose, we're trying to use drugs to still the chatter. But it doesn't work. That's why you take more. But that only gets you here. If you truly want to manifest your desires, you must meditate. That also teaches you how to communicate here. It's all energy, our thought process. You've learned a lot from your passing, or should I say, you knew all along these things but didn't access this knowledge when you were here. Taylor says, that's correct. We make a plan. We come into the earth through the body vessel, and the part of your soul that is having this journey doesn't have any knowledge of your past lives or who you are. There are some that do have this ability, but society doesn't recognize or listen to them. It's a shame. They are the messengers and try very hard to educate as many of you as possible. You are a messenger, and you're doing the best you can to communicate from here to there. You can only educate those who want to learn. The rest will find that they will not enjoy the peace that those who are enlightened have. I was one of those non-believers. I didn't consider those things that I heard. I was too busy having a human life to stop and consider these things. How do you want to be remembered? Taylor says, as someone who hopefully touched the lives of others and made their lives better, through my music mostly, but also just by living and caring and respecting those I encountered. I think I was a good person. Who was your biggest influence out of the many? Your mentor. Taylor says, Dave Grohl. He's my soul brother. We've traveled many lifetimes together. I always knew there was something special about our relationship, but it wasn't until I got here that I saw how integral he was to my journey. I hope he knows how much I love him. I think he does. Well, say something to him. Taylor says, I love you, man. We'll be together someday. Not soon. Live your life in happiness and joy. Be grateful for what you have. Do you have any regrets? Taylor says, well, the biggest one, of course, was the last action, trying to get higher. There were other things throughout my life that I regretted while I was there, but I now see that they had to happen the way they did, just like my death. Regret and worry, you need to lose those. They serve no purpose along with guilt. What are you most proud of? Taylor says, my kids. They're wonderful. I was only with them there a short time, but I will always be here watching over them and providing guidance as I can. I'm always with you guys. What's the best advice you got when you were here? Taylor says, learn how to play the drums. What do you wish you knew prior to starting your career? Taylor says, how hard it is, especially for the family. You hear people talk about it, but like everything else, you think you will do better. You don't. Is there any question that you wish I would have asked you? Taylor laughs. Well, I guess which experience do you prefer? The adventure on Earth or the eternal life we lead? The eternal life, of course. Earth is a small drop in the bucket, so don't rely so heavily on it. It's just a chapter in the book, an act in a play. Don't be serious. Remember, you're there to learn, so pay attention. I have many more questions, but I know our time is limited. It's hard to hold this vibration for both of us. Maybe talk again? Taylor says, of course. I enjoyed our conversation. You call me anytime. Thank you. When we started this podcast, we talked about orbs, which are balls of light, energy not usually seen with the naked eye, but evidenced in photographs and videos. They're another of the unexplained paranormal phenomena that people would explain away as dust balls or light reflections, rather than believe they're spirit energy here on Earth. I'll never try to convince someone of my beliefs. Rather, I inform you and you make your own decision. While I was talking with Taylor, I used my iPhone video to capture the spirit energy in the room. I posted some of those still videos on our Facebook page. See for yourself. It's at facebook.com, The Celebrity Soul Speak. Thank you for listening. Fucking damn dog.
Thanks for joining us. Join Celebrity Soul Speak on Facebook at facebook.com/The Celebrity Soul Speak. And check out Renee's blog at commonsenseinwilmingtonnc.blogspot.com. Sense spelled CENTS.